are back in the music room with Daryl Wayne Dasher. Woo! Yeah.
Thank you, guys.
Dashing Daryl.
Aww.
There you go. Well, we really enjoyed your first set of music. That was awesome.
Thank you.
Can't wait for you to come back.
Me neither.
Yeah.
It's a
So
magical
tell us
place.
a little bit about you.
Well, I was born in the Midwest. I was born in a small town in northwest Ohio, and for us, town would have been Fort Wayne, Indiana. So, raised there, and then I moved to Tennessee first. Actually, I did move to Tennessee, and then to Wyoming, and worked in the national park for a while in Yellowstone, and then moved out of there into Montana for a while, and then back to Tennessee, where I've been for the last 20-some years.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. And I understand.
What's that?
How'd you get in the business?
I don't know if I'm in yet. I'm not
Well,
sure.
from what I understand, Dad plays bass behind you sometimes. So
Yeah.
obviously
Daddy plays
you had that musical thing going on in your family.
Yeah, and yeah, my Uncle John was in a bluegrass band called the Bottom of the Barrel Boys, and like in our little area of Ohio, they were the bluegrass band.
Yeah.
I got somebody who wants to say hi to you here.
Oh, yeah?
Oh,
Robbie Holder!
Hey, Daryl Wayne, what's up, buddy?
You were absolutely right about the magic of this place.
Oh, yes, sir. Yeah, only the best, brother.
Love you, man.
hey, Robbie. Thank you so much for sending them to us. We're really enjoying it.
I knew you would, Hal. I knew you guys would.
Good people.
Tell you guys how proud I was. I'm glad you guys hooked up. It's a great thing.
We love you, brother.
I love you, too.
Take care. Oh, that was sweet.
That was cool.
Okay, where were we?
I don't remember.
How did you get in the business? You had family.
Yeah.
Oh,
You-
family, yeah. So, yeah, playing music. And then I started playing guitar super young, around the campfire, basically, because my dad's a scout leader, too, so we were always camping. And around the campfire is where I really started to hone it in on the old folk songs and, teach your children well.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Where have all
that
the
good
flowers
stuff.
gone? Yeah. Puff the magic
You were brought
dragon.
up correctly.
Okay, good. Yes, I like to think so. Yeah, but yeah, and then Dad was super eclectic. Mom and Dad both super eclectic. So we had Kenny Rogers and Waylon Jennings and of course Dolly Parton and
Oh, yeah.
everything that was happening. And I just got glued to the record player. I mean, really, at a very young age, they always knew if I wasn't outside, I was in front of that record player. And just trying to absorb every kind of music.
So did you take lessons on guitar, or did you just kind of teach yourself by ear?
Mostly by ear. And then I started playing guitar in our church when I was 6, I think, 6 or 7.
Mm-hmm.
And then at 11, I did take some lessons. It was a 35-minute drive or so to get to anything like that. But
Right.
There was no YouTube back then. And so I still cherish those lessons, and that was great because a lot of people, when you go to lessons, they want you to learn the notes and the scales, and we were doing that too. But he
Right.
also incorporated learning by ear right from the beginning.
Oh,
He'd
that's
say,
good.
"What do you want to learn?" And we'd bring the record, and he'd play it a little piece or cassette, and play it
Yeah.
a little piece at a time, and learn. So I kind of stuck with that.
Yeah.
That's more my vibe.
Yeah. And when did you figure out that you could write songs?
I started writing like little musical ditties, and I recorded some like instrumental things when I was in junior high, probably in high school. And then by then I was in a rock band too. It was really the only option in the area. And we were playing little clubs and, telling Mom and Dad we were playing birthday parties.
Oh, no. Say, man, those birthday parties pay well.
Oh, you think we're out really late. Yeah.
Why do you smell like smoke and beer?
Exactly. And you did, you did. But yeah. So yeah, probably back then. But I didn't, the first song I ever wrote, I was probably in college by then when I finished one.
Okay.
Oh, I lied. I didn't finish that sucker for another 20 years. The first song I ever wrote, I held on to until 2019. I just recorded it.
Really?
But, yeah.
Wow.
So, still not sure it's done, but it's done enough.
Well, you've got some really good songs, that's for sure. What do you want to do? You just want to stay on the road and keep entertaining everybody? Or I know you're spending a lot of time in Nashville, obviously, since you live there, and there's a lot of co-writing and writing going on to shop for the the stars that are looking for songs.
Yeah, I have never, it's so funny. I moved to Nashville really young. I was not even old enough to drink, and, and my world at that time thought that's what I was going to do. I was going to be good enough to either play guitar on records. Turns out, no, like everybody on the street corner in Nashville is better than everyone else, it's good competition, but, and then I thought, well, I'll write for other artists, and I started kind of trying to write in the style of, say, George Jones or Alan Jackson or whatever. And then I was working security at the Grand Ole Opry, so I got a chance to see a lot of great acts every weekend, and it was awesome. It was fun, and the variety of stuff that came in there was just, you wouldn't think, the Opry would have that much different stuff on it, but I remember Emmylou Harris coming on one night, and something changed in the way that I viewed songwriting in general and how to present a song.
The way she delivers
It was just something else. It was something else happening when Emmylou was on the stage, and then she brought out two friends of hers, Gillian Welch and David Rawlings, to play. And they did a number, and as soon as they were done, I'm like, I don't know if I'm ever going to listen to country music in the same way, because I didn't realize there was this whole other thing that ended up leading me into Texas music, which is a whole nother thing too, And I mean, it's like so many times in my life, things have completely 180'd for me. The Marty Stewart Pilgrim album, like, it was so different and not on the radio, and it just changed my attitude about everything. And unfortunately, because I never was successful, because I started wanting to be more of a troubadour, which I still, kind of consider myself.
I don't think there's anything wrong with that. There's
I don't either.
There are plenty of troubadours that write songs, and their songs get picked up.
Yeah.
So just write.
Guy Clark, you never know.
For you and who you are and your songs, and you never know who's listening and who's going to say, I got to do that song.
Right.
And then here comes that mailbox money.
I'd be welcome. Yeah. But yeah, I just want to maintain some relationship with writing. That would be the answer, I guess.
Yeah. And you have had the pleasure of opening for Marty Stewart.
That was just last year. Yeah. It was fantastic. And that was in Decatur, Alabama. It's like 5 miles from a Buc-ee's. Huge Buc-ee's. But yeah, that was something for me, because it kind of gone full circle, and I kind of couldn't hardly speak to the guy, because I was like, you ruined my life.
Now, were you solo, or did you have a band behind you?
Solo. It was just, just me. I couldn't even have, Dad was there, but they wanted just solo, so they didn't have to change up a lot of stuff on the stage. And so it was a little nerve-wracking, but the bigger the audience, the less nervous I am. This audience, I was sweating really hard until I got to meet y'all before the show. But had I not gotten to talk to you guys, I would have been an absolute mess up here.
That's the nice thing about, coming into these things, is you're in a listening room, and you get here and everybody gets here, and you kind of get to know them a little bit. And then you get to come in. And so there's that comfort, and everybody is actually listening. They want to hear what you have to say. So.
That is so hard to find nowadays.
You'll be surprised. There's a lot of them popping up. There really is. And it's just a great venue for songwriters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very good people. Yeah. Very good people.
Yeah. Don't draw blood anyway. You have a new album called Honky Tonk Ways. Tell us about that, the writing of that album, and what flavor it is.
It's like Heinz 57, that one.
Yeah.
What I opened with tonight, Something's Changed, is on it, so it's got that rocky flair. The song Honky Tonk Ways is super honky tonk, but like a ballad version that I wrote with Bridget London, who we used to call the Highway Woman, because she beat us all as far as being on the road. She lived on the road, lived in her car.
Oh, wow.
And just for years and decades, really. And she mentored a lot of us. She's the reason I know Robbie Holder. And one day she was passing through, and that song just fell out of us in 10 minutes. There was, and I didn't get to record it. That was years ago until now. And then, so we did that. there is a kind of a Beatle influence song on it. I wrote a lot of it with Linda McRae, who's a folk singer, a Canadian folk singer. Canadian folk music has been probably one of the biggest influences on me, other than Texas music. So
Isn't that funny?
yeah. So Gordon, yeah, Ian Tyson, Ian and Sylvia, yeah. So and I don't know why I've always been drawn to that. But, and then I found Townes Van Zandt, from Houston, and Guy Clark and Lyle Lovett and all that, and I was like, I quit.
Oh, no.
I'm never going to be able to write a song. But, yeah,
No.
those things change us. But
there is so much untapped talent. I mean, you hear the big names because they've been around, but you're equally as good.
Oh.
And a lot of these people that come in here are equally as good, and we're just so fortunate to have that come to us and entertain us, and it's kind of like this really well kept secret that is until Randy posts everything online, and then everybody knows about it.
Right. It's gonna be $80 next time you.
No.
No, just kidding. Well, to return. Eight.
Yeah,
Sorry,
8.
yeah.
Okay.
But thanks for returning the favor for us by being a lighthouse for
Oh,
us.
absolutely.
We appreciate it.
Our pleasure. What are you doing as far as touring?
Yeah, they don't always look as well planned as they should have been. Something always changes, and you end up kind of crossing.
It happens.
It happens. But yeah, I do. I try to plan little segments. Lately, I've been trying to stay home a little bit more because my dog's doing great, but he is, 14 or 15. We're not sure. So I'm scheduling around being home I'm only going out every other week or so.
Who takes care of the baby when you're gone?
Well, he's got a bunch of people at the house. He's never been kenneled.
Good.
He knows nothing but love at home, so he gets to stay home. But
That's great. He'll live longer.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I just want to spend time with him,
I know. He's your boy.
Yeah.
I understand. We've got lots of animals, too, and we just love them like they're our children. So, yes.
I met the goats earlier.
Did you? Well, we certainly have enjoyed having you here, and looking forward to hearing more and seeing you again down the road. And you just need to get with Randy and schedule a concert for next year.
I would be honored. That would be great.
Yeah. We already have started our audience, and they're going to tell people, and this room's going to be packed.
This is awesome. I really thought, it'd be me playing for you and Randy and, and the photographers. So I thought, oh my gosh.
No.
I really appreciate you guys taking a chance on somebody you don't know. That really means a lot to us.
Well, again, thank you.
About Robert, he's going to be your worst critic.
That's good. Yeah.
Hey, you passed though. Right. You passed the Robert test, so we're good.
Robert's just quiet. We know everything's good.
That's right.
I purposely didn't put a guitar here. I heard about that one.
Yeah.
I'll put it back.
Well, it's hard to pick on somebody that's good.
Oh.
There you go. Seal of approval.
All right.
You played very good, upbeat, and happy song, and then you played a little sad. But
yeah.
But in your sad song was
I
upbeat.
enjoyed hearing your voice. You got one beautiful voice.
Yep.
Thank you. Appreciate that. I really appreciate it. It's, before every show and before every trip, there's got to be some prayer time, and you got to be
Always.
It's setting your intentions to just hopefully be playing the right songs for somebody in the room, and so you got to throw the sad ones in there once in a while because somebody might need that, whatever that was, and that might be why this morning I looked at my set list and it wasn't right to me and there was something missing. So, and it could be somebody on Facebook. We did. We got it. Yeah.
Everybody, thank you for tuning in. We certainly appreciate you. Without you, we couldn't do this. You are in the music room.